I belonged to sorority in college, and then I joined this Beta Sigma Phi, which is an international sorority, non-academic, and it was usually all white. It was basically all white. But in Portland, a bunch of Chinese. The Chinese had been there much longer than we had. They had a social group, and they decided they would like to be part of this. And so they petitioned the headquarters to see if they could open a chapter. There were quite a few chapters in Portland, and this Chinese chapter was the only all-Chinese chapter. Well, their numbers were going down, so they started inviting some Japanese to join. And so my sister and I joined, and there were several other Japanese in the group. There were probably in the Portland area close to between 400 and 500 members. So it was a large group, and there were chapters all the way across. I later became president of the what they called the city council. So that meant I was the president of all the presidents and all the chapters. And the year that I was in there, they always had what they called the Sweetheart Ball. And they always chose, every chapter was to send a candidate to become the sweetheart. And we always laughed about that because we said the judge was a Rose Festival judge. So he judged on their that kind of qualities. And we knew nobody from our chapter would ever get it, besides we were all older. And they always chose some very young, almost high school age kid, And we all kind of took turns in our chapter who was going to be who wants to be representative this year, And my sister went one year, and they said, okay, it's your turn this year. So I went, and they said, well, you got to have an escort. And I thought about who I wanted to ask, and there wasn't anybody I really wanted to ask. And so my sister was married, and her husband had a great number of friends in the Seattle area. So I said to her, does one of Jiro's friends, do you think he can get one of Jiro's friends to come down and take me to this dance? And she says, I'll check. So he called his best friend, and his best friend said, I'm not available that weekend. I'm golfing in a tournament. I'll send my younger brother. Kaz was the younger brother. So Kaz brought his friend for moral support, I'm sure. And they came down for the weekend, and then I got a date for his friend, and we went to the ball. I went to the dance, and that's how we met.